All too comfortable for India in the end. A 7-wicket win makes them the first team to register some points in the Super 4 stage of the Asia Cup 2018. You've got to feel for what is understandably a tired Bangladesh, but would you have still expected more from a team that's made this a bit of a rivalry to savour in recent times? It wasn't one on the night in Dubai after Rohit Sharma won the toss and did what India have done well this series, which is, well, chase, and they've managed to get Ravindra Jadeja's return to international cricket with some spunky features on the score sheet. But for that partnership between Mehdi Hassan and Mustafi Mortaza, Bangladesh could have ended a lot lower when they were 101 for 7 at one stage. Rohit Sharma ensuring that there were no problems for India in the chase. This is ESPN Cricket for Match Day with our technology partner Vivo, Deep Das Gupta and Shahryar Nafees to sink their teeth into this one. You said if there were wickets in the first 10, it might get interesting. And they weren't, so this game was rather academic.
Yeah, but clinical as far as India's performance was concerned. Never looked in any kind of trouble. Rode the wave initially when it started off with Mehdi, as Shahryar mentioned. That I thought was a good move, especially against Shikhar. I think they did well to get a good start and then capitalize on that.
Shahryar, would you sympathize with Bangladesh because of the unfair to some degree schedule, or would you still have expected a lot more out of them in a game that mattered?
We have talked about it for a while, so I think let us keep that behind. It was a fresh day and we didn't bat well. Our bowlers tried to do a decent job, but when you score 170 against a side like India, and if you don't take wickets early 10 overs, then you will end up in the other side. So it was a very clinical performance, as Deep said. India was very much professional in their batting, bowling, fielding, in all the departments, and deservingly so, India won the match easily.
Okay, I like that Shahryar mentions no words about it. I'm very keen to hear what Mustafi Mortaza has to say. But I guess the one way of looking at it is there were players that didn't feature yesterday. You would expected, and they did bat first. You would expect them to just bat better.
Absolutely, there is no two ways about it, and we've mentioned how some of them were poor shot selection, and especially if your senior players like Mushfiqur and Shakib would play shots like that, then yeah, obviously you will have tough times.
Were they guilty of the same mistakes that Pakistan were guilty of, trying to go too hard?
I thought so as well, because as we've been talking about, this whole tournament's been around 220, 230, bat well, get to 250. That's been past course so far, and yeah, I think that's what you should be looking at batting first here, because again, see, that's one of the reasons why in limited overs format you want to chase down totals, because you really don't know what is a pass score on any given surface or day.
Alright, I like that Mustafi Mortaza also has taken the approach and taken the responsibility that they should have batted better. He says it was a good wicket. They could have made 250, 260, but they kept losing wickets. Therefore, they didn't give their bowlers a chance after getting 170. So Mustafi taking responsibility for it. And he says the batsmen need to take responsibility. Shahryar, this is where I'd like you to come in. Mustafi saying batsmen need to take responsibility, especially after failing to score in back-to-back matches. And the next match is also against a tough team with good bowlers. Fair comments, I think, from the Bangladesh captain.
Yes, he has been always a responsible captain. He has always spoken the right thing and spoken very simply. We could have batted better. Yes, this tournament has been a tournament where you need to play a conventional, traditional one-day match where you bat up to 40 overs, keep 7 to 8 wickets in hand, and go hard in the last 10 overs. Yes, the concern for Bangladesh is we have batted not in good manners in a couple of matches. So we need to get our head right, take a break, and think where we can go better, where we need to improve, and have a Afghanistan and Pakistan game in a different manner.
Okay, let's talk about whether there need to be personnel changes, because you now look at the Afghanistan game as a big one on Sunday, and the fact that the memory of their loss is also quite recent. Questions about the batting, they've added Imrul Kayes and Soumya Sarkar, so I'll stick with you, Shahryar. What are the things that you can change around very quickly in a day's time to still stay alive in this tournament?
First of all, what I would like to see our team, our colleagues or the players, that look, you don't need to go hard. You can take your time. Our batsmen should think about it. Just they can have a look at the Pakistan match video, Afghanistan-Pakistan video, which is happening right now. You don't need to go that hard. You can take your time, and we want our best batsmen to bat more. So like Saqib, Mushfiq, and Riyad at this moment, they are most experienced and the best players. So they should bat more. I think they shouldn't take the chances. They should try to build up the partnerships, and the other guys need to like put their hand up and try to build partnerships. Just go slowly. Try to play a conventional one-day match. Try to score 232 for 10. Let's see what happens.
Yes, dare I say, Deep, in this Super 4 stage, as far as batting and being assured about a batting lineup goes, Bangladesh seem to be ranking 4th. All three other batting lineups seem to have far more things about themselves that are addressed.
True, and it's been they have that issues before as
that
well.
dents their confidence also for a team that prides themselves as being very competitive.
True, absolutely, and I dare say this that the youngsters haven't really fired, haven't really performed as per their potential. I'm not just talking about this series here, but I'm also talking about, say, the last year or so. You've seen in patches Soumya, Imrul, Mominul doing well, Mithun doing well at times, Sabir doing well at times, but the youngsters have been guilty of not actually being consistent enough to give that kind of confidence. See, end of the day, we again going back to Shakib and Mushfiqur and Mohammedullah, but you know, I mean, they need to move on. They need to look at the next generation, and unfortunately, the next generation is not firing as yet.
Okay, let's talk about India. The game that, like Deepa said, they've been clinical, and it was an easy chase, but you can still tell if a batsman's looking ominous or supreme, and Rohit Sharma's looking it.
You know, for a while I thought it was a practice session and he was having a knockout there at the center. That's how good he was looking, and everything seemed like coming out of the middle of the bat, and that's Rohit Sharma for you. I mean, when he's going, when he's in form like that, he's brilliant.
Would I be too demanding to say that these two keep getting runs when white ball cricket, but somehow just someone at number 3 should keep getting scores of 60, 70, make a case, you know, for themselves to be in very good touch too. Ambati Rayudu's got a few 20s, out for 13 today. MS Dhoni, you wanted some game time, comes out, gets a 30. Somehow, if I was an Indian fan, I would still say that no one really takes a claim to make big scores regularly outside of those two, and Virat, of course.
Right. Obviously, we're looking at a number 4. I mean, this whole tournament, one of the things that you're looking for is somebody who can bat at number 4. And I think Rayudu, for me, more than the runs, is the way he's looked.
How's he looking? Yes.
Yeah. So, and I'm kind of, I like the way he's looked, the way he's batted. He's rotated the strike, which is very important, especially when you think about that Virat would come at 3. Chances are he'll play a lot of these innings with Virat, whoever bats at number 4. So you need the rotation of strike because Virat likes running between the wicket. He likes rotation of strike. And when I look at all those factors and I see Rayudu playing in this series, he's looked good to me.
Ravindra Jadeja keeps his place for the rest of the tournament at least, you think? You can never be too sure about Indian 11, but you think now with what I think should be a man of the match performance, although we're waiting for confirmation on that.
Yes.
Jadeja now keeps his place, you think?
He should.
Yes.
He should, because the important thing is, why do you need a third seamer? You need a third seamer because more often than not, you need to bowl in the first 10. So that's important, and that's something that you know, Jadeja can do. He can bowl with the new ball in the first, and he's done that before as well. So from all those perspectives, yes, I think he should be able to, and he's back in the scheme of things again now.
India looking the best team in the tournament at this early stage of the Super 4 for you, Shahryar?
Batting wise, yes. I think bowling wise, still Afghanistan has performed better.
Very well. Gentlemen, thank you very much. It's been an absolute pleasure. Deepdas Gupta, Shahryar Nafees. We will continue getting your thoughts as this Asia Cup carries on. It's been India's day in Dubai. They've downed Bangladesh by 7 wickets. Download the ESPN Cricket for mobile app to stay up to date with our extensive coverage, including new additions that have been made to the Bangladesh squad. And of course, keep an eye on how the Afghanistan-Pakistan game in Abu Dhabi is progressing as well. Thanks very much for watching ESPN Cricket for Match Day with our technology partner Vivo.